Hi, Valley Baptist family. My name is Jim Barnes, and I am the candidate for family pastor at Valley. We are really excited about the possibility of serving with you there in San Rafael. My family and I, we feel like God is leading and calling us to serve with you, but we know that our calling has to be confirmed by you sensing that same call as well. So we're praying for wisdom for all of us, and we want God's will more than anything else. I just wanted to say a couple of words to introduce myself to you. We wish we could be there with you in person and actually meet you physically in person. That's not possible right now, and this is the best we can do. So I wanted to introduce you to me and my family. I grew up actually, I was born in Charlotte, North Carolina, and then we lived in a small town called York for most of my childhood, York, South Carolina. My dad and mom were both strong believers. My dad was a lay pastor. When I was 13, he became a pastor of a church, a small church in another part of South Carolina. So I grew up in a believing home. For that reason, I was able to come to faith early on. God really worked in my heart. I think we had a church Awana program, and I'd been hearing the gospel through Sunday morning and Sunday night and Awanas and Sunday school. And eventually, God convicted my heart that I needed Him to save me. So at a very early age, around 5 or 6, I came to faith. And since then, I've been growing in my faith, and I'm grateful for God's grace in my life working that out. I'm married to Adrian. We actually met in college. We both went to a college in Florida, and she was studying voice. She was a voice major. I was a music minor, even though I was a theology major. And so we met in music class, vocal instruction, 101. 101, which is a super embarrassing place to meet someone because you're making a fool out of yourself. But anyway, we fell in love with each other, and we dated for 3 years in college and finally got married after we both graduated. When we graduated, I went right back to the same location and pursued a Master of Divinity degree from the seminary in that area and graduated with that 3 years later. After that, the college asked me to come on and teach Bible for them for a couple of years, and I did that. Eventually, I thought God was leading me to actually be a teacher in a seminary, a professor. So I knew I needed to pursue more degrees, so I went off to Fort Worth, Texas, found Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary, and started to pursue another degree there. I finished that degree, a Master of Arts in Theology. And then instead of going on to doctoral work, God changed my heart to pastoral ministry, and I was called to a church that's actually the church I grew up in South Carolina, where I pastored for 4 years as the lead pastor there. At that point, we are now in Washington. God called us to join a church planting team to start a church in Tacoma, Washington, where there was a great need for an evangelical church. And so we joined them 5 years ago. And we are so grateful. Soundside Church has been a phenomenal church, wonderful church family. It has grown to a place where it can now support itself. It has a full-time pastor. And so that's what began our journey in discovering what does God want us to do next. And of course, that's what led us to find out about Valley. We love spending time as a family. We do a lot of stuff together. We're a big family. We have 5 kids, so we're a little weird in that way. Carter is 15. Campbell is 13. Carson is 10. Sorry, I'm slow because I'm counting everybody up. Kate is 8 years old. And then Cannon is 1.5 years old. And so we're a big family. We don't have places to go hide from each other, so we do a lot as a family. We love to take walks during quarantine. We've taken miles and miles and miles of walks in our neighborhood. We love to hike together. My wife is not big on going into the woods, into a deep mountainous area, but she likes to walk together on trails and things like that. Me and my boys love sports. That's a huge part for us. I like to run. That's the exercise I choose to do. I love to run. And me and my boys, we love basketball, football, a little bit of baseball. We like to go to games, but we watch a lot on TV if it's available to watch right now. It's really bad because we can't watch any of that. So we watch YouTube reruns. I love to read as well. I think that's awesome to do. I wish I had more time to do it. I know Pastor David reads a lot more than I read, but I do love to read. Me and my wife love music. She plays the piano and sings, and then I play piano and a little bit of guitar. I'm trying to learn the guitar, but we love to do music as well. That's a huge part of just what we do as a hobby. And then I like to be creative as well. So I love to write songs. I love to write in general, and just be creative and do a little bit of graphic design stuff, things like that I enjoy doing as well. Anyway, that's a little bit about me, and I am looking forward to, if God continues us down this road and it's confirmed by you, we are looking forward to seeing you in the future. All right, God bless.